everybody, this is Guru Alvin Katakutan at Pamana Kali, Philippine Martial Arts and Culture, with a tutorial on Sumbrada. Worldwide, it is understood as a 3-point pattern or exercise, or a 5-point pattern. Other people will call it a 10-point or 10-step pattern. The word pattern, I've said it over and over again just to emphasize that it should not feel like a pattern. It should not be practiced that way. The pattern emerges, but eventually you should break free of the pattern. So I've said that word enough. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to show you it so you are reminded of all the movements, and then help you understand that you should break free of it eventually, right? And hopefully sooner than later. So what's going to happen now, I'm going to fire angle 8 down to the top of his head, and I want to be in a range where I could actually make contact. So it's right here, over top of his head, not out here. Beginners can maybe practice here, but if we're doing this and he does a roof block from here, what is he blocking? Nothing. It's pointless, really unnecessary to practice this way. Because you could actually still practice quite safely from here, so long as you don't continue the shot all the way through, right? So he's gonna roof block and check on the inside. Let's reverse this so that you can see the check. We do this and he's gonna check from the inside of my hand. I'm doing a vertical shot here, and he's gonna now turn that roof block into an angle 1 to my head, and he wants to pass my face here so that there's an actual in-range shot, okay? In true range, true distance. From here, I do an inside sweep with a check. Inside sweep with a check. And I want center of my stick to the center of his stick so that I can expel his weapon. So again, 1, 2, and then from here we're gonna go to his hip for an angle 4. 1, 2, 3. Now, there are times when you want to give them a little bit of time. Say they're a raw beginner, or they're just extra slow. You want to do this to give them a little bit of time. And I don't let this go until I fire. Now I fire, I've let go of the check. From here, he does what I just did. He goes to my head, I do a roof block with a check, I turn that into an angle 1, then I drop sacral baksak. That's 3-point Sumbrada, or if you count both sides, it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's turn this around from here so you can see what's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we turn this around again to give you another perspective, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice I'm hooking over his hands like a grappling hook. I'm throwing it over that. I'm not caressing or painting his hand with my fingers. That's not a check. You're just touching his hand. Here, there's a real check here. I'm stopping him from continuing his motion momentarily. I'm just for a second. Okay, so now we're going to do the 5-point. That includes a thrust and a shield. So 1, 2, 3. He's going to thrust, and I got to maintain contact here. I got to feel that. 4. There's an angle 5. He's going to thrust towards my belly button. Okay, a lot of people will thrust to the side. What's the point of that? Just, it's like trying to punch someone and pretending to punch them and teaching them how to block a punch that wouldn't exist. So it's here, bam, right here. Now I'm going to fire an angle 2 here. It's different from the angle 8. This angle 2 is here. He's going to check with his hand here. There's the shield. He's going to pull this down and use his shield. Now he's going to turn that into 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 points. Yeah, so there's an alteration here. This is what I learned from Guru Mark Makita, is the shield, anchoring my arm down here. As he fires his 2, my shield is in this hand here. I'm intercepting or interrupting his attack, closing that line. And I'm going to bring it to here just to take the energy from it and then do a top shot here. I don't really have to make contact. I can just go 1. I'm checking it with my hand and I get the hit, right? But just remember, you got to release the check as soon as you start heading his direction, yeah? That's the alteration we've made to this exercise that a lot of people know, right? I mean, I can show you now how everybody you see doing it, they do it from a distance that is not true. So from here, they're doing this great stuff here, and no one's really firing anything that's real, right? It's just a dance, it's a pattern. So what I'm hoping for is that you don't see this as a pattern. You start with the real attacks, and you keep it simple, and you allow the pattern to emerge, and then you've got to break free of it. You've got to start exploring beyond it. And this is where you go to Guru Mark Makita's website, fightology.com, or do a Google search for Mastering Sumbrada, Mark Makita, and you'll find his Mastering Sumbrada course. It's all there. It's fantastic, it's very affordable, and it's yours basically for life. You can download that, you can watch it and stream it, and really get the details of Primero Sumbrada. I'm gonna leave that to Guru Mark to teach, okay? So when I get to Winnipeg, because this is for all of you Winnipeggers, I'm gonna work on what you know, and then I'm gonna teach you Primero Sumbrada and hope you can start to explore beyond the pattern. All right? So salamat.